Hello, happy
Hi,
day.
how are you?
I am doing great. How are you?
I am doing very well, all things considered.
Awesome. I feel like I forgot something.
You feel like you
Or
forgot.
that feeling like when you're doing something and you feel like you forgot to do one more thing. And I don't know exactly what that might be, but I guess maybe we'll find out.
Did you forget to put the link in our Facebook group? Because I don't see anybody here.
I didn't. Yep, I that is one thing that might be the thing that I wanted to do. Hang on. Let's see. This is a first. Has this ever happened? Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. I see people there. Why do I see the comments on Facebook but not here?
Wait a minute. What's
What is
going
going
on?
on?
Wait, I see Eileen. Hi, Eileen. And I see Christina. Here
What-
we go. Hey, Penny and Joe and Sharon and Amy. So, Danny, are you looking at the private chat or the comments?
I'm looking at the comments.
And you don't see any comments?
I see zero. I see zero comments, and I see zero people watching.
Hey, howdy, hey.
You know what?
Really?
I know what I can do. I can do a little makeshift thing here.
Happy Thursday, everyone. Welcome to Debating Disney. See what happens when we leave Danny in charge?
This is all me, guys. This is all me. And we're also not so sure. I'm going to move my camera up just a little bit. Not so sure how this is all going to work out because we had some interesting video quality, we'll put it that way, before the show started. So we were kind of trying to get to the bottom of that. Not sure if it's related to the spotty service due to the East Coast storm that we had up here. Which while look, here we go. I have the comments on a little side window here. That'll work. Which, Kat, why don't I tell everyone what happened a couple of days ago here at my house as a result of the storm? Maybe we'll
Go for it.
off with that quick story. Then we'll say hi to everyone else that now I can finally see. So I was actually out of town on a little vacation last week up until yesterday. We got back home yesterday afternoon, and it was not Disney, as you all would know, but it was kind of there was a little Disney element because we were upstate at Lake George here in New York, and we were staying at this really cool, like huge house. There were a few members of my family that were going together, and it really had that Wilderness Lodge feel to it because it was, it was a full blown wilderness style house, which was very
I saw the pictures. It really did have that vibe.
It was amazing. So the trip was fantastic. But what happened on Tuesday was not when we had that storm here, which was pretty crazy. It was a tropical storm that left quite a bit of damage because we found out from a family member that checked up on our house on Tuesday, but we came home to our gigantic tree that must have been like 100+ years old in the front of our house fallen on top of Kara's car. If you're new here, Kara is my wife, and the tree totally just her car is not total. We found that out today, but is pretty banged up. Like the tree was literally through the windshield of her car. So that was pretty crazy to say the least.
Thank goodness you weren't home.
That's what we've been saying is trying to look on the bright side and trying to realize that, it's fate that we weren't here to get spooked by it, that we weren't in the car. So we're trying to stick to thinking about things that way.
Absolutely. And you know what they say? What do they say? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Our fate lives within us. You only have to be brave enough to see it.
If you guys know what movie that quote is from, tell us down in the comments and you can win one of our awesome Debating Disney decals. Kat, want to tell them the quote one more time?
Sure. Our fate lives within us. You only have to be brave enough to see it. Speaking of see it, I'm not seeing comments anymore.
What is happening? This is going to be quite a night, guys.
This isn't
You are
even Halloween. What is going on?
unbelievable. So I'm going to catch up on a few comments myself over here. Let's see who I have.
I see comments on Facebook, but not in the old StreamYard app.
Wild. Huh. You know what, guys? If you are here and you can still hear us and you are commenting, can you leave us an additional thumbs up or I'm here and things are working fine type of.
I see my brother is here. Clean your glasses, Kath. I can see them on Facebook, wise guy. I can't see them on our streaming app over here.
All right, let's see who I see down here. I see Penny is here. I see Raouf is here. Hey, Raouf.
Hey, Raouf.
Mary Catherine and Patty and Joanna said that I was in her neck of the woods. That is awesome, Joanna. I see Eola and I see Janet, Joe, Amy. Yes, thank you guys all so much for the well wishes. We are all totally fine. So glad that it was not our.
So my sister, who lives on Long Island too, she won't have power until Saturday, they're saying.
You know, my parents, my grandparents, and a few cousins of mine, they're going to be out until they were told Saturday. Yeah, Saturday's the 8th, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Saturday, like PM, like late at night.
Wow. Crazy. Hey, Lori from North Dakota.
Wild stuff.
Yeah, so I can only see the comments over here. So if you see me looking over here, it's so I can see what's going on.
I also see Kevin is here, said that we're fine. Deborah said the gremlins are back.
Gotta love those gremlins. So are you seeing the comments in StreamYard?
I see some of them showing up for me.
I only see like 10, and that was at 8:05. I haven't seen comments over there since. Very strange.
Now I got back on StreamYard, the number of people watching. So who knows what we are going to have tonight. We have some fun stuff planned. We do have that. That's one good thing that we have going for us.
So we have a big debate.
Yes,
tonight.
we do.
I don't know that there's a whole lot to say about it, but I think people feel very strongly one way or the other. So we'll get to talking about that soon. But there's another smaller debate that I didn't even tell you about, Danny, that I would like to talk about tonight.
I would love a surprise debate.
So you know the Mulan movie has had its release pushed back because of COVID-19, and now Disney Plus wants to stream it on September 4th, one night only, for an additional $29.99, even if you are a subscriber. So there's the camp that thinks that's awesome because I would love to watch Mulan on my couch, and I would gladly pay the $30 because it would cost me $60 to see it in the movies. And then there's the side that says, I'm already paying for Disney Plus. They should just give it to me. So I am of the belief, I know how much it costs to make these movies, and I know that they would take a huge loss if they just streamed it without an additional fee. I am one of those people. I like to go to the movies, but every time I'm there, I'm wishing I was watching the movie on my couch. Or if I have to get up and get something to drink or use the restroom, I can just pause it. If I didn't hear anything, I can rewind it. So I am totally going to drop the $29.99 to watch Mulan on September 4th in my house. What do you think?
I am 100% in agreement. When I heard that, I was so excited. I didn't even think, oh, well, I wish that it was going to, like, my brain didn't even default to, I wish that it was just going to appear on Disney Plus. I heard that and was like, how much fun is that? We can make a fun night out of it. We can eat in. We can, like, try to, maybe put up some Oh, that would be fun to put up some decorations, like
make it a thing. Have people over.
Yeah, we'll do a whole nice, fun, big thing. And I was like, this is awesome. I mean, I am kind of with you on the
I didn't think you would be.
I do love going to the movies, but I agree. And especially, I do have to say something that might get me on other people's list. Especially when I was watching Hamilton, I felt like that I needed the subtitles to follow along with what was being said. Like I felt like they were talking too fast for my brain to comprehend what
Yeah.
like this all sounds great and I think I know what's going on, but I don't really know like everything that's being said, which is what I mean, we're pretty detail oriented people. I like to know every little thing. So I'm like, this is so nice that I can watch things from home with closed captions. Like I wouldn't mind if all movies came out through streaming services just to do this type of thing and do like a at home premiere. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. And you know what? It's funny you say about closed captions because I feel like I listen less if I can rely on the closed captions. Like if they're off, then I'm forced to like really get that sense in. But I find myself, if they're on, I'm reading the whole time.
This might be a debate. Closed captions on.
I don't mind them on. I really, really don't. But I feel like I rely on them too much.
I know what you mean, but I do, and we are so going to poll everybody here and see if they are closed captions or no closed captions, because I also love that sometimes you can pick up on other little like tidbits of information that the closed captions can tell you. Like if there's like rustling in the background, they'll tell you like, who it is, who's approaching, or who said something like you can't even pick up on or hear. Like when you're watching what is it? It's in the part that is in The Force Awakens when Rey is finding Luke's lightsaber. There's all those voices that she's hearing. I'm like, this is awesome. I get to like hear, like read all these other things that I'm hearing, like hear who's saying it and all of that.
Oh, that's cool. So
I do like it for that, that element too, to try to pick up on little other things that are like so hard to hear. So with that being said, I think we should start with, like you brought up, Kat, we should ask everyone if they're going to actually pay the $29.99 and watch Mulan at home, or if they're going to pass on it and wait until it'll eventually just be a part of Disney Plus.
I told like Christy, Christy, she lives close by me. She's one of the people that will not spend the money, even though she loves Mulan. I think she's crazy, but I told her, come over to my house. We'll just make it a party, a Mulan watching party, right? It'll be fun.
I love it. All right, guys. So come on. Now it's up to you. We want to know if you are Team Danny and Kat, watch Mulan at home, or if you're not going to spend the extra money. Ooh, Penny is undecided. We have an undecided voter here.
My brother says he'll probably pay the $29. He definitely will. We are. And the funny thing is, like, Mulan is not one of my favorite animated movies that Disney put out. But I saw the trailer when Craig and I went to, I guess it was the Disney Marathon weekend. They showed us the trailer. It looks incredible. Like, incredible. So there's no way I'm not going to watch it.
No, I have to.
I have to do it.
Because Kara and I are both like huge mega Mulan fans. Like it's one
really?
Where, I mean, even just the music, like we'll probably listen to some of the songs from Mulan like multiple times a month because we have Disney movie songs playing around the house. So Mulan is always like a go-to that neither one of us is going to want to change. It's like a perfect playlist of songs that we can always turn to. So when we first heard about a live action Mulan, we were like, stop it. That is going to be incredible. We have to see it.
Absolutely. And I know it's not a tough sell to get Craig to pony up the $30 because, he's very much into martial arts. He's a martial arts instructor. So it's totally up his alley, that movie.
Right. There you go. And the trailers put it over the top for me. Like I was already excited for it, but it looks phenomenal.
It does. It does. So we've got a nice mix of people.
Yes, we do.
yes and no's. And I mean, I get it. You know, if it's really not your thing, then no, you're not going to spend an extra $30. But I mean, even if it wasn't my thing because Disney's my thing and this is my job and all that, I would actually pay it. And to be honest with you, I could probably write it off as a business expense. So there's that. But I totally understand not wanting to do that. I get it.
So now, just because I need to know.
Thanks, Susan.
There is so much more. I always said that we could do like a debating life show where we just kind of like talk about whatever. But I need to know. Closed captions on or closed captions off? If you are for closed captions on, vote hashtag Team Danny in the comments. Or
well, I mean, I don't necessarily like them off. I just tend to rely on them when they're there. So I agree that I needed them for Hamilton because of that rap style, you know, and there's so much history in there and they're talking so fast. I agree. I needed that for some of the numbers, but you have to understand my daughter has been singing the songs for the last 2 years ad nauseum in this house, like just always Hamilton, Hamilton, Hamilton. So we did know a lot of the songs, but yeah, I can't say that I'm against captions, but
you're like in the middle.
I'm in the middle. Sometimes they annoy me, but for the most, all right. Well, Team Cat, if you don't want captions, I'll be the bad guy. I'll take it.
And I love that Michelle McCoy just said wax off, because I was thinking this whole time wax on, wax off. And the fact that somebody actually alluded to that is incredible. So
Michelle just gets us every time.
Yes, she does. That is great. Oh, so I know what we didn't do at the start of the show that we're already quite a few minutes in, but it's never too late to ask for some first timers. If anyone is here very first time tonight, let us know. Either give us a little wave emoji or say, this is my first time. You know, anything will really work, just so we can give you guys a nice warm welcome. We always love to welcome first timers here at the show, especially when we have a mega debate planned, and we are also expecting to spin our prize wheel later on tonight. So,
you are blowing this debate way out of proportion.
Because do you want to know why I'm saying big? And
why? Huge? Why? Because of the size of the thing?
Yep. Okay. It was, I apologize, it's kind of a little clickbaity and a little, you know.
It really is. You put your marketing hat on for this one.
I did. It's a little bit of a play on words, because it's actually, I would say, one of probably the shortest debates that we can do.
Yeah.
But we're talking about
But there's a lot of emotion. There's a lot of emotion behind this debate.
Yes, there is. And I think that we can get a lot of interaction with some comments here too, because we really want to know what you guys think. Because
and we are both on opposite sides.
Yeah. This is going to be fun. So, one other thing, just because we're like all over the board with taking care of business, see what I did tonight. You need to I'm going to sidetrack us again for a second. We need to everyone has to wear Disney shirts when they're watching Mulan, even though I don't think they have the song in the live action version, because I don't think they have the songs, but let's get down to Disney. We need to pull out our get down to Disney garb.
You want to hear something so funny? When I first, get down to Disney has been something that's I've been saying in my family for well before I turned it into an actual business. So when I brought it public, so to speak, people were like, oh, I see what you did there. And I'm just thinking, yeah, I get down to business. No, it's business for Disney. And then people started talking about, oh, I can't help but sing the song now. I'm like, what are you talking about? Because I was never a big Mulan fan. I would, we put it on for Hannah. I would just kind of watch it in the background, but I had no idea about the song until people started mentioning, oh, from Mulan. I'm like, what are you talking about?
That is.
But now I know. Now I know.
I love it.
I can't wait to click later. I am doing the disc.
I know. We're doing a little flip flop. Kat
Mm.
is going to be the bad guy, and I'm going to be on the positive side, and I'm going to be taking over the dust. Kat's going to be doing the disc. This is going to be something else.
We got a cranky cat tonight, let me tell you.
Oh, I haven't even heard the story yet, right?
No, I texted you. I texted you when I was in the parks.
Oh.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
Yes. Yes, yes.
Okay. But before we get to that little topic, I have something in my eye. Don't mind me. Let's chat really quick just to tell everyone about our awesome, hope I get the side right, show sponsor that's over on that side, Destinations to Travel.
There it is.
There. So they are a full service travel agency that specializes in planning your perfect Disney vacation. They are an authorized Disney vacation planning agency, and their entire team of agents is stacked with Disney fanatics that are just like us and know everything that you guys need to know in order to plan and experience a perfect Disney vacation. So, although we might be a little bit biased because we are friends and partners of theirs, and I am also doubling as the social media manager over at Destinations to Travel, but trust us when we tell you that they are exactly who you want to reach out to when you're planning your trip, and you can get in touch with them by either, you can even send us a direct message here on Facebook or let us know down below that you're maybe interested, and we can definitely get you in touch with an agent over there.
100%. I mean, I would never be aligned with people that I didn't 100% believe in and stand behind. So, if you're looking to plan any type of Disney vacation now or in the future, I know things are a little shaky at every other domestic destination aside from Walt Disney World, but they'll be back really soon. And now more than ever, particularly at Walt Disney World Resort, you're going to want a professional helping you plan because things change so rapidly. And not just at Disney World, but in the world of travel as a whole, whether you're going to fly or drive in, things are changing by the minute, and these agents have their fingers on the pulse of what's happening at Walt Disney World and just in, the world of travel in general. So definitely hit them up for some advice and just to have a Disney planning BFF. You can have as much or as little to do with the planning as you like. You don't have to give up any of that awesome planning stuff that you really like to do, but it's just wonderful to have. I just fell off my chair. It's just wonderful to have, someone to reach out to or someone who has your back and is going to alert you of things that come up that maybe, if you're not somebody who watches, for Disney News 24/7, you may not find out or, realize something has changed before you go. So it doesn't cost you anything. So it just really is a wise decision to work with a travel agent, particularly during this time.
I totally agree. Couldn't have said it better myself.
And maybe you might have not fallen off your chair while you were doing it.
So it is time to turn the mic over to Kat, because Kat recently went to Walt Disney World.
I did.
And we have not been here live together since that trip. So I would love to hear some stories straight from the source, because Kat was there experiencing Walt Disney World with a mask and all of the differences.
My brother's texting me right now. I'm on a show and you know it. Leave me alone. So what do you want to know? I mean, we only had essentially 2 days. So we were down in Florida for a completely different reason. We were down there helping family. And I figured since we're only 90 minutes north of Walt Disney World, let's go down at least for a couple of days. So we planned to stay at Polynesian Resort. We used our DVC points. Maybe you know, maybe you don't, but only the DVC portion of the Polynesian Village Resort is open. So we were able to stay there, which was really nice. I can tell you that of all the places that I've ventured out to since COVID-19 hit, Walt Disney World was the place where I felt most secure. I mean, anywhere you looked, you saw something being cleaned, or there were portable hand washing stations around. There was a hand sanitizer station before you go on the ride, on the line to the ride, when you exit the ride. We saw ride vehicles being sanitized and then going through without people, because it needs some time to, disinfect before people should get on it. It was hot, in a mask. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. There were times where I just wanted to rip it off my face. I kept walking around going like this because I could feel my lip sweating. So at that time, Disney was still allowing you to walk around if you were eating and drinking. But I would say for the most part, we got a beverage and would just sit down, or we got something to eat and just kind of stayed in one place anyway. But I found us snacking and drinking a lot more because we could take the mask off at that time. The relaxation stations are great. We only went to 2 parks because you can't park hop. So we went to Hollywood Studios for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Amazing. Really, really, really cute. I can't wait for you to do it, Danny. And in there, they had an outdoor relaxation station in Galaxy's Edge. And then at Star Wars Launch Bay, they had an outdoor portion and an indoor portion. Why you would choose outdoor, I have no idea. It was 110 degrees. So we went in there, plenty of room. And what they did there was everywhere there was a round circle is where you could either stand or sit. So social distancing was incredible, even on all the rides. I would say the only time at Hollywood Studios where I was like, come on, people, get your stuff together, was online for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway right at park opening, because everyone went there, literally everyone. So because Rise of the Resistance still was using a virtual queue, even though the crowds are low, there's no mad rush over there. Millennium Falcon was walk on the entire time we were there. We could have done that over and over and over. But at Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, right in the morning at opening, it got really congested and the line was over 2 hours long, right at 10:15. It was insane. But everywhere else, everybody kept their distance. I didn't see anyone giving cast members a hard time about masks. The kids were rock stars. I mean, you would think kids would forget or want to rip off their masks. I mean, they're so resilient. It didn't even seem to bother them. Meanwhile, mom and dad are like, oh, give me the cooling towel, spray me, do something. But it is a process. So, when you have... We were saying this, Craig and I, it's you've got this mask on. You have to remember to sanitize your hands before, during, after, take your mask off, eat, then, wash your hands again. And, you go to the bathroom. Have you touched anything? It's just, you are constantly really dialed into the fact that you need to clean your hands. Disney doesn't let you forget it. But, when you've got kids, that's a whole different animal. Did they touch that? Oh my, did you touch it? You can't keep your eyes on them at all times. So I was really feeling a little bit for the people with young kids, but the kids were great with keeping their masks on. What else can I tell you? A lot of things were closed at Hollywood Studios. That was kind of a bummer. The smaller shops like Stage One Company Store. I love that store.
Oh, love that store.
Yeah. It's a wonderful Christmas shop over by Mama Melrose's that was closed. Lots of things on Sunset Boulevard. None of the snack carts were open. All the carts outside of Rock and Roller Coaster were closed. Hollywood Scoops was closed. It was, that was a little bit of a bummer. But we walked on Rock and Roller Coaster. We walked on basically everything except the Runaway Railway. Not having the shows.
That wait for Mickey.
Well, it was we didn't wait particularly online, we went and used the DAS because the line was outside and there's no way I could have waited with no shade for the 2 hours. So they gave us a return time that was only 45 minutes. And during the course of the day, I heard several people say, oh, our wait wasn't nearly that long. So I think they were inflating the wait times to discourage people from getting on that line, to kind of disperse the crowd throughout the park. But both times, we rode it twice, and both times our return times were about 45 minutes. Craig is saying you're echoing a little bit.
Uh-oh. How's this? Better?
Well, I guess it's a good thing I'm doing all the talking. Magic Kingdom was, it was just so good to be back. It was.
Oh, I have a question.
Yeah.
And am I still echoing, by the way? If I am.
You're not echoing for me.
Okay. What was the bag check experience like? Okay, Sherry said better. Thank you, Sherry.
Okay, so the bag check experience, Craig is saying you're better. They are yelling at the top of their lungs, take everything metal out of your bags. I mean, I was like, whoa, this is new. So they want literally anything that might set off the machine out of your bag and into the bin. So I was talking about this to my agent prep or my Plussing It group, or both of them together, and someone suggested ahead of time to take all your metal stuff and put it in a Ziploc and put that Ziploc in the bag so you're not taking multiple pieces out. Because if you want to be properly sanitized, right? Once you take your stuff out of your nice clean bag and you put it in that public bin, you gotta wash it all again, right? So I thought that was a really great idea. So they want like your portable chargers. You can carry your phone through the detector there. That's fine. But portable chargers, keys, anything that's gotten metal that would set off the alarm, they want in the bin. And then basically, they really don't do a thorough bag check like they have done in the past, you know, where they dig deep and make you undo all the zippers. It's just walk through with your bag on now that the metal is off. And naturally, my bag beeped every time, even though all the metal was out. So they had to go through my bag a little bit. But yeah, as long as you get the metal out, you're just walking through the scanner with your bag on. That's
gotta be pretty great for, I would think, especially the main entrance of Epcot, which can get pretty congested, especially during a very crowded time. So,
well, I mean, now I don't know when the last time you were there, but Epcot's got that whole new section with like, I don't know, like 10 or 12.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah. So it's not just that bottleneck anymore. No, they've got a whole new section.
Okay.
Yeah. So Epcot's good. We went through security at the Polynesian, which was super easy. And then at Hollywood Studios. So we had those two experiences. Are there any questions I'm missing over here? Because
I see Sheila has one. She says, how do they manage folks with metal knees, hips, etc.?
They'll do a wand. So I got wanded several times. So yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
Let's see what else we have.
So I really, I sit there and say, oh, make sure you know before you go. But the one thing that I did not realize that I was just like, was the people mover wasn't working.
We were talking about that. Remember we were texting that day?
Yeah. I was like, I didn't even notice.
I heard a couple of days ago, a YouTuber that I follow mentioned that it's not like anything COVID related. It's just that there's a problem with the magnetic parts of the track, that they're having like just legit technical issues with the ride system. So I mean, I hope that it comes back up soon. I mean, even though I don't officially have a trip on the books right now, I just can't wait to see other people riding the People Mover. I
I
love
can't wait
those
until I'm riding the
rides.
People Mover. I love the People Mover. But so it was a little weird that Gaston's was closed, Casey's was closed, the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor was closed, which that brings me to my dist.
Yeah, let's
Well,
talk about that.
you want to
So
talk about that? Do
I
we
would-
want to do the dist now?
I think
Are we
it's
going to jump the plan?
so. I actually switched up the plan
I
because
see you did. I'm just noticing that now.
so before we do the dust and the disc, so we explain to any first timers. I think that I see a few new names here tonight. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
But,
sure.
just in case, let's tell everyone what our usual scenario is here. And tonight is going to be reversed. So I keep what is called the disc. It's in this standard, might look like a nice innocent autograph book. However, it is not, because inside of this bad boy is stories, cast members, experiences, anything that can go wrong or maybe not live up to the Disney magic that we're used to gets logged in this. Kat, on the other hand, keeps something much, much more positive. Kat, tell him about it.
I am the keeper of the dust, and these are all instances where Disney has plussed it and just made things extra, extra magical. It gets noted in this little Peter Pan VHS replica notebook, and we call this the dust.
I love it.
I am not Cranky Cat, but tonight, and for the last, I don't know, a couple of weeks, it's really been burning me that this happened.
If you guys are as excited for Cranky Cat as I am, give me a hashtag Cranky Cat down in the comments.
I'm trying to figure out which clicker I'm going to use for this one.
Oh, go with the mini clicker because that's the classic top click. That's what invented the click.
So I'm going to so are you going to write it in your book?
Yep, I'm going to write in my book.
All right, so you're going to be clicking anyway.
I'll let you click and then I'll like click underneath the desk. So, we'll fake it.
Okay. So I'll tell you this story. You're probably all like, all right, get to it already. So Craig and I were at the Magic Kingdom, doing our thing. We're happy to be back. We're sweating our butts off. But so I'm going around taking a bunch of pictures of everything to share with you guys, to share with my prep students, to share with my Plussing It members and, for my job. And just kind of share everything that's happening in and around the Magic Kingdom and what's different and what to expect. And we're having a great day. And this did not ruin the day. It just pissed me off. All right, let's just call it what it was. It was just like, I really was not happy with this person. So what were we waiting for? We might have been waiting for our reservation. We were eating dinner at Skipper Canteen. So I think we were kind of done with our attractions. It was a late dining reservation right before the park closed. We were just kind of sitting around and taking, we were on Main Street, USA. So we're walking up, taking some pictures. And I took some pictures of the Casey's close sign and inside of, an empty Casey's, which is a great shot to have. You never see it. And then this is where our day turned a little bit.
Uh-oh.
We go over to the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor. And I had never seen it empty in there. Even in the morning, we're just passing by, never really stopped to see it. And I thought it was really sad that the ice cream parlor of all places was closed. That's one of the things we like to do is get ice cream at the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor on Main Street, just kind of a tradition, and we couldn't do it. So I take a picture of the closed sign, and then I go up close to the window, and I'm looking in, and I put my camera up just to kind of like get a photo of the empty ice cream shop, right? Cool picture to have. You get to see everything, what it looks like. With that, I take the picture. I hear a cast member that works at the Plaza restaurant say, like, why are these people taking a picture of an empty ice cream shop?
Nope.
Excuse me? What did you just say? I was just like, and she knew I looked at her too. She knew I heard her too. Sam, I heard you. That's who you were. Oh yeah, her name was Sam, because I was hot. I was so mad. I'm like, you know what? People take pictures of everything at Walt Disney World. Why would you even think it'd be weird for people to take a picture of, you know, the ice cream shop? Even if you did, why would you say it out loud around, you know, other guests and just be snarky and rude? I was hot too, Sam. I had to wear the mask too, Sam. And you were inside most of the day. She was coming, you know, in and out of, I guess she was just a hostess or something. She was not in their costumes. They're like dresses and stuff. She was in like a pantsuit or whatever. So we had just like walked away. I'm like, do you believe that? And he's like, some nerve. Of course you need to take a picture of that. You should go tell her, well, I have a Disney group and my friends like to see this stuff. I'm like, I'm not talking to her. So we just walked up to the relaxation station. We were taking some pictures and I'm like, I need to know her name. I need to know her name. So we went back out. We're taking more pictures. Now I'm being a little obnoxious, taking pictures of everything, including, you know, the Plaza restaurant and all that. So Craig Eagle Eye Wolf said, "Yep, her name's Sam. I can see it." So I mean, really, like, just the fact that a cast member would say something like that, you know, and potentially make a guest feel uncomfortable or self-conscious for what they're trying to do. Like, I really don't care. I'll go up there and take pictures of everything. I don't care, you know, what people think of what I'm doing. But I just thought, yeah, that's really not a nice thing. So Sam, you're going on the disc, baby. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, what happens when somebody expects? Why am I?
Yeah, you're echoing a little bit, but just Sam, you know what happens when you're snarky and you make guests at the Magic Kingdom who are essentially risking their lives to have fun and feel the magic of the Magic Kingdom? Do you know what happens when you and your snarkiness put a damper on that? Danny, tell her what happens.
Sam, you're on the disc.
I love it. I could not wait to do that.
And I got a head start. Started to write it in there. There she is.
All right. I love it.
It is official.
The New York cat is coming out. That's right.
I love it.
I just couldn't believe it. I was like, really? Come on. It was just so annoying the way she said it. Like, why are these people taking a picture of an empty ice cream shop? Like, But I feel better now. It's off my chest. And in the book.
Don't you feel better?
I feel better. That's like therapy. I need to make my own disc.
Oh, that is too funny. So, on the other hand, this is such an interesting feeling to be able to share something good and nice and positive here. So, ever since Kat and I started the Dust and Disc, this is one particular cast member that I have always wanted to be able to put on the dust, but one thing leads to another. I'm keeping the disc, Kat's keeping the dust. It took a little bit of time to come here. So he retired last year during summer of 2019, one cast member who worked at Stormalong Bay, which is the pool at Disney's Yacht and Beach Club resorts, which is probably where I've stayed at least 50% of my visits is at the beach club. All of my large July family vacation trips, which would have like 25, 30 plus people on it that we used to do every summer up until a couple of years ago, we would always see one cast member working at Stormalong Bay, and his name is Raouf, Raouf. You might have seen him here in the comments a bit
He is here.
Still here. But Raouf would always go above and beyond to remember and talk to and engage with every member of my family, especially the kids who he would get involved in his pool games and his dancing with the songs that he would play. But we must have seen him for 15 years, I would say, like for a very long time. We'd always see him. I see we have some Raouf love down in the comments here from Mandy. That is awesome. And he would always just, even if we weren't talking with him, like if we would just see him doing his thing, the way that he would interact with guests and the games that he would play with kids and how he would get people involved in what he was doing. We have all stayed at Walt Disney World Resorts a decent number of times, and we're all pretty familiar with the cast members that host pool games and the pool parties and play the music and are on the microphone, and they're all great. But I have to say, none of them can compare to Raouf. The things that he would do and the fun that he would bring. There were times that he would invite older cousins of mine that were like adults that we'd be in the pool and he'd be up on the microphone and he would just call up, oh, come here, like come talk with me and like play games. And it was just like the most unbelievable fun stuff. So I think that Raouf I wrote it down, how many years he was a cast member. It was, I want to say 21 years. Let me see. Yeah, 21 years of working at Walt Disney World. So for 21 amazing years, 15 plus of interacting with my family at Stormalong Bay, Raouf, you are 100% on the dust.
Yeah. It sounds like Disney has really lost an excellent cast member. I really feel bad for the guests that they're missing out on Raouf.
I know. So, Kat, would you mind making it official and pinning Raouf's name in the dust?
I will.
That feels nice to say something good for a change, rather than what happens in this thing.
Okay, give me the proper spelling of Raouf's name.
It is Raouf. So I see that Mandy knows Raouf, and it seems like Mary Catherine knows Raouf. So if you guys do too, give us a little wave emoji for Stormalong Bay. Let's see how many more people have had the chance to see him doing his thing over at the pool there. Oh, I love that. Look at that with the Mickey exclamation point.
He's in there. Know who's not in there? Sam.
That stare just made it. Oh, that is great. So, on that note, Kat, do you know what time it is?
No.
Bam! It's time for On the Spot. And Kat knows I am very, very, very excited for my On the Spot questions tonight.
Okay, lay them on me.
I am hoping they're not like extreme. I hope they're going to be difficult enough. They're not extremely difficult like yours always are. But I think that they're going to give you a bit of a challenge. I think they're going to be like fun, interesting ones.
Okay.
So, let's see.
No, Penny, there's no retribution for Sam. Nuh-uh. Not when I was so hot and wearing a mask and just trying to do good and enjoy my day and ensconced in the magic after months of worry and concern. So yeah, there's no retribution for Sam. So she don't even bother trying.
Oh, and Raouf is here in the comments, by the way. So thank you, Raouf. You are the best.
Mandy says, so excited for him to be acknowledged. He's such a treasured memory for our 4 boys. Oh, I love it.
That is awesome. Thanks, Mandy.
Thanks for being here, Raouf.
Yes, thank you. This is awesome.
Okay, lay him on me.
It is time for On the Spot, where I am going to ask Kat 5 on the spot would you rather questions, because that's what you get to do when you hold up a spot sign around here. So we are talking about the acting skills, being in character of cast members at certain attractions. So are you ready?
Okay.
Which attraction do you think has better acting cast members? Is it Kilimanjaro Safari, because they kind of go along with a little bit of the story,
Yeah.
or the Tower of Terror?
Tower of Terror.
Tower of Terror or Rise of the Resistance?
Rise of the Resistance.
Rise of the Resistance or little throwback swerve, The Great Movie Ride?
Oh, Rise of the Resistance.
Rise of the Resistance.
They tried.
The Haunted Mansion.
I'm still going to throw it to Rise.
Rise of the Resistance or question number 5, The Jungle Cruise.
Oh.
That's what I was hoping for.
So we're not going with what I would prefer. We're going with
Right.
how deep into character they go. Rise of the Resistance. They really have it dialed in.
I would agree.
Yeah.
If I had to pick which I prefer, I would go Jungle Cruise.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
Do like skills and like the depth of their,
Like the not cracking.
yes.
They're really good.
I don't think that I'd be too good at that.
No way. You laugh at the drop of a hat. Forget it.
Yeah.
You know what I love? I'm looking at the screen and it says Cat Wolf and then it's just Danny. I'm so formal and then it's just Danny.
Yeah, like I guess I'm trying to be like Madonna or
There you go.
Cher.
Cher. I'll just call you Cher from now on. All right, so is it my time to put you on the spot?
Yes, it is.
It is. All right, so I usually get you all caught up. So let's see. So tagging on to my conversation about our experience at Walt Disney World, not Sam, how a lot of things were closed. So here, Danny, I'm going to ask you if you could open one or the other, which would you?
Ooh, how fun is that? This is going to be good. Okay.
Okay, so when it comes to attractions, would you rather have the People Mover working or have a meet and greet at Princess Fairy Tale Hall?
Princess Fairy Tale Hall can take a hike for all that I'm concerned. So I'm a little bit bitter about that, and you'll see why in a second. But I will go with the People Mover, hands down.
Okay. In terms of a place to grab something to eat, the Lunching Pad or Columbia Harbor House?
Columbia Harbor House, because I love that fried shrimp.
You also love the cream cheese pretzel.
I do, but I can get that at the cart outside of Mickey and Minnie's now. They brought that.
Okay. All right. In terms of merchandise, would you open Stage One Company Store or Beverly Sunset Boutique?
Stage One Company Store. You know I love that one.
I know. Okay, now for something else to eat over in Hollywood Studios, Woody's Lunchbox or the ABC Commissary?
I'm going to let you guess my
Woody's Lunchbox. And now finally, would you bring back fireworks or the parade in the Magic?
Fireworks. Hands down.
Do you guys agree with all of Danny's picks?
Yeah, guys, what do you think? How did I do?
Yeah, I think you have your people here for sure. Stage One, Woody's, Columbia Harbor House.
Yep, I see Lee says Woody's, Barbie says Stage One, Patty says she hopes Columbia.
Emmy is totally with you 100%. Yep.
We did it, guys.
Me too. I would choose everything. No, not Columbia Harbor House.
Bad.
Yeah, I would choose a lunching
Yeah,
pad.
I knew
I
it.
need my pretzel frozen Coke thing. You couldn't get a frozen Coke at the Magic Kingdom. This is something we need to talk about. You couldn't get one because they only have them at the lunching pad there.
I wonder if that might be click-worthy one day. That might have to be reviewed.
So it's a good thing we grabbed one over at Hollywood Studios. We really didn't plan to. I was just going to get one in the Magic Kingdom. Didn't really notice that the lunching pad was going to be closed. I'm the worst agent for myself. But yeah, PV's was open, that little stand outside, well, kind of adjacent to Hollywood and Vine. That was open. We grabbed a frozen Coke, and thank goodness we did.
Yeah, that's where we got like you and I think Kara and Craig were there the last time,
Yes.
right? That was the
Yes.
stand.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
So now it is time for our audience on the spot, which, as I said before, ties back into my bitterness towards Princess Fairy Tale Hall, because tonight's, which I did not know about Cats on the Spot, so this is funny how it kind of works out. Tonight's audience on the spot question is, if you could bring back one of the following two extinct attractions, would you rather choose Snow White's Scary Adventures or Mr. Toad's Wild Ride? And I chose these two because you guys probably know that I love Snow White's Scary Adventures, and Kat is a Mr. Toad fan. Although we obviously love both, but if you had to say who is leaning more, I thought that it would, be nice to go this way.
Give me the Toad.
I am Snow White's Scary Adventures all the way. You guys know that is like so.
You can do them both in Disneyland.
That is very true. That is a great, great point.
Mr. Toad, Snow White, Mr. Toad, Snow White. A couple of people have never been on Snow White, so they're saying that.
Wow.
I think it's going to be pretty close.
I think so too.
Just looking at this, but we're already at 9 o'clock, so we have to get to our debate.
To our huge debate.
Yeah, our huge debate.
Which is rather simple.
And I'm wearing a ton of clues as to what we're talking about.
And it's also somewhere on my button down as well. Kat, I will ask you the question so you can begin.
Okay.
Which version of Cinderella Castle would you rather have in the Magic Kingdom? The old castle with the pale blue and yellow gold, or the new version of the castle with the more deep royal blue and the pinks and the deeper gold accents?
Okay, so I would choose the better version, not the pink and purple, because that's nobody's blue. Okay, I've been a designer for years and years and years. That's purple. I am of the classic castle team. 100% the old color scheme. I can't believe they changed it so drastically. Oh, my heart. Now, I saw it in person, okay, and I'm not saying that makes me any kind of authority or whatever, but prior to seeing it in person, a lot of the pictures made it look like it was blue and pink. Okay, you get there and it's pink and purple, and it looks exactly like a toy castle Hannah used to have. It looks like a toy. So then when you get up a little closer, you can see that it's, I mean, they're calling it rose gold. It's not rose gold. It's pink. It's pink. Now, maybe the Florida sun will fade it a little bit, and they're, talking about an end game. It'll kind of tone down, I hope, a little bit, because it's not Cinderella Castle. It's just not. It's different. It's so different. Now, Craig loves it. He likes it. I don't like it so much. I don't hate it. It's just not Cinderella Castle.
So, I haven't seen it in person yet. So, I will put it out there that maybe I can change. But based on pictures and video, at first I was like, this is horrible and I hate it and I'm never going to like it. But then when I saw like more videos and pictures coming out of it, I was like, ooh, I might be able to work with this. And then I kept looking at it, and I was like, all right, I am obsessed and I love it.
I think it's because you just want to be there.
That might be a part, but I do really, really like that gold. The gold trim on it, that's what like really sells me. Just, I mean, that shade of gold, I think is really, really nice. And I, at first, thought that I was going to hate the fact that there was going to be pink on the castle, even though call me crazy, I don't and didn't exactly mind the 25th anniversary.
It's very reminiscent of that.
Because
I want to say bubblegum pink, but it's pink.
So like I also love the Sleeping Beauty Castle in Disneyland. I always liked, I mean, Cinderella Castle way, way more. But the more that I looked at Sleeping Beauty Castle, the more that I liked that. So I'm kind of like, huh, this is interesting. I wasn't expecting to like it this much, but I think that it's beautiful. I think that even though the blue is very deep and like you said, kind of purple.
It's purple.
I just think that it really goes. And this is my other thought on why I want you guys to hear me out for a sec on this. Because I see, if I had to guess, I'd probably say most people are saying the old version, even though I have Craig saying new 200%. Craig,
what does he know? What does he know?
Finding himself off of the disc. This could really help.
That's right. We got on the disc last time.
But two things. One, I do respect and I do kind of like that they wanted to do something big for the 70th anniversary of Cinderella the film. I do like that. But I think that the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World needed some, I mean, I know that's not like really just for that, but I think that in time for the 50th, the Magic Kingdom needed something drastic to like make a statement that we're celebrating the 50th. We're going all out. We're going to, I mean, who knows what's going to happen now given the whole COVID situation affecting construction, but at least we have like a major update to the focal point of the park that kind of puts like the stamp in the ground of we are like changing the game a bit and we're going to, you know, really put a facelift, I'll call it, to the backdrop of family photos going forward. I mean, like 50th is a huge milestone to try to like change the game a little bit now going forward.
If you're going to call it a facelift, I'm going to call it plastic surgery gone bad. I mean, Cinderella, she's blue. She's light blue and blonde and light and airy. And the former castle just looked so much more majestic to me. If they would have just added more gold touches and a fresh coat of that beautiful light blue paint. I mean, this castle, this iteration, the former iteration, is in the beginning of every Disney movie. It's on my Christmas ornaments. It's on T-shirts. It's on like everything. It has been for almost 50 years, the icon of the park. So to go ahead and change it so drastically, it doesn't even go with Cinderella, if you ask me. You know, it seems like it's for some other princess altogether. It looks like a generic just castle. If it was anywhere else, I would say, oh, look, nice, a pretty castle. But it's Cinderella Castle, and it doesn't look like it anymore.
Hey, Craig, would you mind walking upstairs to Kat's office and just chatting about this debate for a second? Just a little extra backup as always. Although I think that Craig is trying to persuade you, Kat, because he said it's almost Disney purple.
Yeah, but, you know, it's not. The colors they're using over in Epcot are totally Disney's colors. I know a lot of people love it. And like I said, I don't hate it. I just wish they would have just given our beloved castle a cute little facelift, not this major surgery. And You know, even in the description, when they were first saying that they were going to do the makeover, they were calling it royal blue. And in some of the pictures that I saw before I went in person, some of the pictures did make it look blue. But it is purple. The first thing both of us said to each other was, "That's pink and purple. That's not royal blue." So I don't know if they intended for it to look the way that it does, but it looks that way. When you get up close, though, the details, the gold details, are really, really pretty. I'm just hoping that sun, the Florida sun, takes the saturation down a few pegs.
So, Kat, are you saying that you prefer this version of
110%? Look at that. That to me is the Walt Disney World castle. Yes.
How can I get that to focus? I got to get better at this.
It's good.
But guys, I loved this pin set. This is when they added those little magic mirror mosaics onto each park's castle. There we have Hong Kong Disneyland. And they came up with a pin set for each.
I love the way Kelly put it. It's like seeing my best friend with a bad haircut. Yes.
Here's Disneyland. I love these. I think I have two more. Let's see. Yep. I'll do these super quick. Whoops. I almost didn't do the super quick if they hit the floor on the other side of the desk. There's Tokyo. I need these to focus. And Disneyland Paris. But
see, that looks like our castle now. They went all French on us.
Okay, so here's a quick question, Kat. If you had to say what is your least favorite thing in terms of like decorations or overlay that has ever been done to Cinderella Castle, what would it be?
It has to be that birthday cake.
Do you want to know what mine is? Mine happened for one day only.
Was that the Stitch thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
9, almost 10-year-old little old Danny was so upset over that. That made me like dislike Lilo and Stitch for quite a while.
It was like toilet papered, right?
Yes, there was
that wasn't,
and it said like,
classy.
writing on the castle that was like in Stitch's handwriting.
Yeah.
I was like so frustrated about that because I'm like, this is just like, no.
Every other 10-year-old would be like blowing right by it, not even noticing. There's Danny. Future dist entry.
I'll never forget. I saw pictures of it online and I was like, what is this? Like, what did they do? Like, I was like, I'm never going to watch Lilo and Stitch. Like, I'm never going to like that movie again. I'm never going on Stitch's Great Escape. And you know what? Fun fact, I never went on Stitch's Great Escape. I never did it in person.
No? I was definitely on it when it was Alien. No, I was on it when it was Stitch. One time.
I was so mad.
That's why you didn't go, because you were mad.
Like, I was so unhappy that they would have.
I feel like you still are. I feel like you're holding this grudge.
Yeah, that really bothered me. So
people are loving your pins.
Thank you, guys. I don't even think that those are. Wait, hold on. Let's see. Here comes Craig with an idea. Hold on. He's saying put the other hand behind. I've seen like the YouTube people do this. Let's see if it actually works. Is it focusing?
A little bit better. Well, now you just kind of froze.
How about now?
That's the beloved castle. I think you're too close.
Not really.
Okay.
I'm not getting it right. Craig, we have to put a little practice into that. You're right. I have seen people do it on YouTube, but I clearly cannot make that happen.
A lot of people are saying it's blasphemy that you don't love Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, okay. So I have to clarify. Now I love Lilo and Stitch. Kara and I watch it all the time.
Danny is the king of holding a grudge, by the way. That's why he holds the disc.
So yeah, now we love it, love the movie, love the characters, but younger me was not happy about it.
Barbie is saying here we thought it was just food stealing squirrels. He has a grudge for. Hi, Karen.
Forget it.
All right, let's roll this prize wheel. We're way over time.
Yes, we are. So to thank all of you that are here to stay to the bitter end of the show, we are going to give this good old prize wheel a spin. Once again, you know what I'll do? I will throw up really quick while we do this our t-shirt overlay. Why do I look so tan right now? Huh. All right. So I threw this up so you can see our 6 designs that we currently have on our TeePublic store. If you would like to go and get them yourself, you can do this at teepublic.com/user/debatingdisney. And until then, you will have a chance to win one of these 6 shirts. One lucky winner will receive whatever shirt we land on the prize wheel. So Kat, would you like to choose the emoji that everybody can comment in order to enter to win this shirt giveaway?
Sure. How about a castle emoji?
Ooh, I would love that. All right, so here we go. I gotta get a table to stand this on, but anyway. Ooh, our must-do Disney t-shirt that says "Living it up, let the memories begin," or "Living it up, let the memories begin." So, in order to win that must-do Disney t-shirt, give us a castle emoji down below.
Clearly, Craig is angling to be our production person. Saying that because the wheel is white, it's making you look tanner.
This guy knows it all.
I'm telling you. So did you see our "We Can't All Be Craig" t-shirts from this weekend? Did you see that? So we took Craig away for a motocross weekend. There were 12 of us. He's got a group of friends that all ride motocross. And because my husband knows so much about so many different things, and it's very annoying how good he is at just about anything he tries to do. People are always joking, well, we can't all be Craig, right? We can't all be Craig. So it's his 45th birthday a couple of weeks ago. And we're all getting together without him knowing. Our friends made up t-shirts that say, "We can't all be Craig." And then one for him that says Craig. So it was really very funny.
That is awesome.
Hilarious.
And
yeah, he is really chatty tonight, Michelle. Thank you for noticing.
By the way, thank you, Joe, for commenting on my tan. I appreciate that. I got some sun while I was away upstate in Lake George, so I was very excited to show off this tan tonight. Thank you for
he wants me to show you this too. We made, because it was like this whole thing. So I made up this packaging, Be Like Craig Moto Mix. And I gave everybody their own trail mix so they can try and be like Craig. Incredible. It was fun. It was fun. He's such a good guy. We love him.
Yes, he is.
What else we have? Anything else? So put in those castle emojis, people, to win the shirt.
So aside from that, I think the only thing that we have is getting our next show date, which I think will be on August 20th.
That's what I'm laughing about, your question mark.
Oh, yeah.
Next show will be 8/20? That sounds good to me. That sounds good to me. Unless I might be going to Disney. But
we shall see.
We shall see. We shall see. It's either then or in September. So to be determined.
Yes. Barbie acts, they still have cruises on Lake George. Yes, they do. They have all different types of boats that you can rent. They have the major big boats that will give you like tours of the lake, but then they have like speedboats and pontoons. We rented a pontoon for my family, and it was an absolute blast.
Did you say
Or
an absolutely blast? Is that what you said?
it was I was just going to correct that. I can't believe that I let that slip. It was absolutely a blast. That is the
That.
proper way to say it.
All right. Well, I guess that wraps it up. But thank you guys for hanging out with us
Yeah,
well
it does.
beyond the Call of Duty here.
Yep. Thank you guys so much. This was an absolutely a blast. That'll work.
And I think maybe next time we ought to throw the production back to the Wolf side and maybe not do StreamYard because we're having some trouble here, Dan.
Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, this was a fun one.
It's one for the books, but anyway.
Oh, you're not kidding. So, I forgot our sign off. So until next time, I'm Danny McBride.
And I'm Kat Wolf. Have a super magnifantastical 2 weeks.
And we'll see you real soon.
We'll see you real soon. Bye. Bye, Sam.